Hoi, welkom. We staan hier bij Team Malizia en vandaag hebben we Felix en die gaat voor onze rondleiding in het Engels verzorgen. Zo starten we nu mee. Felix, thank you for showing us around.
Hi, no problem.
Please show us all the ropes of Team Malizia.
All the ropes. Okay, I guess we can start by going on the boat. That's probably the best view you're ever going to have of it. And yeah, follow
After
me.
you.
So this is a foredeck. This is basically the less spectacular place of the boat. This is where the sailors just go for sail changes, for maintenance work, but most of the time they won't spend their time here, apart from very light wear. As you can see, everything is controlled by line systems.
Yeah.
That is one crucial part of this boat. We've come up with the number. We've got almost 3 kilometers of running lines on the boat. So that's quite a lot, but that's also something you need if the boat needs to be a solar boat. And I think we'll see the rest of them downstairs.
So everything will go back through the cockpit.
Exactly. As you can see, I can show you from here. This is the entry to a tunnel. Up. This tunnel is watertight, and it goes all the way back into the cockpit, going through the keel. So all the water that is coming in falls on the keel before it goes in the cockpit,
okay.
So it stays kind of dry in the cockpit.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look inside then.
Yeah. So as you can see, an IMOCA is a boat that is not going to be steered most of the time. It's steered by autopilot, and still we have a tiller on the deck, so the sailors can sit down here, have a look forward, and control the boat in maneuvers,
okay.
Which is very handy for import maneuvers, obviously, but also when they're on the ocean, if there's something that needs to be done in very precise timing, it's way easier to do it on the tiller.
Okay. And does this stay put, or do you remove it when you're racing?
It is removable. I guess they are going to have it put for most of the time. But like this is a new system, so we didn't test it yet how it fared. We tested it for the import races, but we didn't test how it fares with overall sailing. So we'll just gather some experience and see how good this does. If it can stay on, why not? Otherwise, we'll just. It has a basically very easy system to get removed. You just pull this out, up, good demonstration, and then you can pull the thing up. There it goes. Off it is.
And of course, one of the things that shows immediately on the boat is the amount of solar panels, and you
Yes.
also have a hydro generator in the back.
We have 2 hydro generators on the back, exactly. You're actually standing on solar panels right now. The
Luckily
solar
with a
panels,
cover on them.
they have non-skid on them. They're made to be walked on.
Okay.
That is not a problem. The boat is designed so that in a sunny day, the entire energy can come from the solar panels.
Yeah.
Obviously, the sun is not shining 24/7, so we still need other sources of energy, which are the hydro generators. As you can see down here, these little motors, we can lower them in the water and make them turn and generate electricity. And if everything fails, obviously we still have the trusty diesel you can make run and charge your batteries with.
Right.
Let's go downstairs. So what makes this boat kind of special is that this is one of the first boats that has a cockpit in which you can stand upright and you're enclosed. Like you can have whatever weather you want outside, you can stay in your mid layer in here and just enjoy the view. No, kidding, but you can sail while you're not in your weather gear. You're not standing outside in the rain or in the waves. You're just able to control anything. Here's all the line systems. This is basically where you control the entire boat from. There's a few exceptions made here for runners and for a few sheets and the hydros, but everything else is controlled from here. All the halyards, every other sheet. And so this is also specific for an IMOCA. This boat is designed to be single-handedly sailed, so you have one person standing here and everything is at arm's reach.
Okay.
You can grab a winch, you can grab a line, everything is within your arms. Oop. So yeah, this is the second tiller, also removable, same system. This is meant to be able to do the same thing from the inside. You open this little seat and sit on here and have your head in a nice bubble where you can see what's happening outside without having your head out in the weather. So the other interesting thing about this boat specifically is the huge living quarters we have. These are, I mean, due to flotation reasons, to stability testing reasons, we have lots of volume in the top, which comes very handy because you have a large amount of room at your disposal to be living in, to be cooking in. As you can see, this is our kitchen, this nice little box. We have bunks on either side, and this is an entire living compartment basically. This is where the crew is going to spend their time when they're not sailing on watch. And also, this is where the main steering of the boat happens. This is where the autopilots hide. And this arm specifically, this one is backup. This arm controls the steering via computer, so the sailors don't have to be steering all the time. This is also where navigation is done. So this is basically the IT corner. You can sit down, have your screen with you, and do routings and navigation. What am I showing you? The guys are still working forwards. That's probably not super great.
Maybe we can go into a couple of these schedules that are hanging on the wall.
Yeah, of course.
For example, I saw this one is probably the roster.
Exactly.
I think I see the sail selection.
Yeah, exactly.
You can go into those for a little bit.
I can. So we have cheat sheets for most of it on the entire boat, and for example, so every sailor can at all times see what's happening. This, for example, is the entire watch system just on a sheet. You have, for every maneuver, there's a to-do list, so you can do the maneuver. There's a little, looks like in an airplane, there's a little safety equipment checklist, so you can see, okay, I need a knife, where can I find a knife? I need a John Boy, where is it? That's how they find it, even though I think they know it, but just for safety reasons, everything is there. Most of them I didn't know myself. They're pretty new.
Awesome. Yeah, maybe show us these, for example, the jamming sheet and the sail selection.
Sail selection, exactly. These are pretty new. We added these just today, I think. Basically, we've made, in the last few days, with the new foils specifically, we've done tests to see the foil settings, in which conditions we need what setting on the foils. So this is 100% out, for example, 5 degrees of rake, which means that it's moved out of its central position by 5 degrees, basically. And also the ballast, like the keel 30 degrees to starboard, and like this is all the, yeah. That's your cheat sheet for ballast, foil and keel, basically.
Perfect. Right.
Okay.
Do you have anything else that you would like to show, or maybe we can
loads of
wrap
things.
it up?
I mean, if you have questions, you obviously can ask. If there's something specific you want to guide it to. Otherwise, I mean, what we can point a finger to is the fact that we have loads of flex components.
What do you mean with
flex fiber? I don't know. That's how do you call, in German? It's flax.
Okay.
It's plant fiber. This is basically this, and yeah, most of the hatches.
So it's biomaterials. Right?
Exactly, that's biomaterials.
Okay. Yeah.
Most of the hatches, a few of the screen holders are built of renewable materials, which is provided by Green Boats in Germany. And as you can see the logo. And what we're trying to achieve is to show that these materials obviously are well capable of doing a round the world trip on a boat without breaking, just to give them a bit of a market presence. Obviously it's still not comparable to carbon, but also it's way more eco-friendly than carbon is. So
because this is a bio-based material.
Exactly, this is a plant. This is plant fiber with a, as far as I know, biological resin. So it's very eco-friendly. It's a bit complicated to work with, apparently. I've never had the chance to, but it's a bit more complicated to work with. But it's a viable alternative. Does the trick. I mean, every watertight hatch we have on the boat is built out of this.
Cool.
So
Why do you have
the Queen. Or because we have one English sailor on board, so we need a picture of the Queen.
Thanks, Will.
Yeah, that's why.
Could you maybe tell us a bit about the shape of the boat?
The shape of the boat?
I think what strikes most people is that it's quite large. It's high off the water.
It's definitely higher than the other ones.
Which is different.
The height basically has to do with structure reasons, and what actually struck us is that even though we have one of the heavier boats in the fleet, we still managed to sail pretty nicely in light airs, which is mostly due to the rounder hull shape we have compared to the other designs. And yeah, as I said, this struck us because in the import race we didn't expect the boat to do so well, and it actually did. I mean, probably I can't say that we didn't expect it, but yeah, I mean, it's a heavy boat, and we designed it to be good in heavy weather, and then it just comes out in light wind and it just works. So
that's amazing.
Yeah,
must feel great.
It was a great feeling, yeah. But it was like better than every football match when we watched the import race on the screen. Was pretty impressive, yeah.
Cool, congratulations.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look in the front part.
Okay. So thanks for visiting.
Right, so you have to be quite acrobatic to move around over here, especially in high seas.
Imagine this moving and shaking all the time. So this is still prime conditions to be walking in here. Yeah. So here we're in the sail locker, basically. This is where the sails get stored. This is one of the least spectacular parts of the boat, apart from the fact that you have the hydraulic rams that control the foil rake, so the inclination forward and aft of the foil. What you see there is one part of the side ballast tank, which should be empty right now.
This is where you pump water back and forth between the sides.
Just as a little segue, this is a ballast tank, and under this trampoline basically we have our entire valve system and scoop system to fill these separately to move the water back and forth. There's one pump in the middle. You can move the water all the way forward, you can move it all the way back. There's exactly, that's how we move the weight on the boat. Up front it's getting less spectacular, it's getting even darker. This is where we store most of the safety equipment and gear we don't need every day, like spare food, spare stuff. There's a lot of safety equipment right here. And the yellow thing you can see there is a beacon that we will throw off at a certain position, which is going to take water samples. Like it's going to drop in the ocean, going down, take samples, and come back up to be collected by a research boat. So it's going to be helping scientists collecting water data
Okay.
over the ocean. So thank you for visiting, and I hope we've been able to give you a nice insight on everything.
Perfect, Felix. Thank you very
Brilliant.
much.
No
And
problem.
say hi to Rosalin for us. We'll be cheering.
I will.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.